I think it's feeling good like every week, and you got to realize there's a little bit more at stake with Oklahoma State. And you talk about the rivalry, you talk about the differences in the program, you talk about a new coach down there who's not new, it's the second year, but it ratchets up the fire a little bit more.
I know I've asked you this before about the rivalry, but what is it you like about the rivalry and to be doing it at this point in the season?
Rivalries are historic, and they're for the present, and they're also setting you up for the future. Mm-hmm. This isn't something that you downplay because college athletics may be changing. This isn't something that you downplay because they're in a different conference or whatever, and there's more and more like maybe emphasis on realignment, that sort of thing, and who belongs where and what. It's about two-storied programs. It doesn't matter what conference they're in. It doesn't matter what conference we're in. What matters is that we're after the same turf, and we want to represent at the highest level, and it's a good test. And there's certain events where you want a little bit different level of competition on your schedule, and this is one of those events where you want to ratchet it up a little bit on that schedule. And we're going into their domain. We got to be ready for Pistol Pete. And our guys that haven't experienced that before, you can warn them about it, and they still, get shocked when Pistol Pete lets one off. And so we got to be ready to go, and we got to handle everything that's thrown at us.
Cale Peterson picked up that win and sudden victory against Purdue. Just what have you seen from him since stepping in at 141?
Cale Peterson, we need him to step up a little more with his belief in himself, letting it fly in his attacks, a little more assertive would be a good word. Confidence in yourself could be another way to say it, but it's just being about that belief in yourself and asserting your wrestling on your opponent and not waiting so much for it to maybe come to you.
You saw Oklahoma State earlier this year, and you see them again now. I mean, are they pretty much the same group that what you saw back in November?
Yeah, they got a little addition to their lineup with a 33-pounder, and we got to be ready for that. And whatever changes in, who's nicked up or not in the lineup or whatever, you just put your best guys on the mat and at each weight, and away you go. And they're doing the same.
I mean, you're still a couple weeks yet from conference. You have a pretty good idea on what the lineup's going to look like, or is this going to be another one of those? We're
working on it every day, and we're getting closer. And there's some things at work that will materialize, as we go into the Big Tens. But nothing certain.
I feel good, ready to go. This is one of the big ones that you look for at the beginning of the year, like where you just look forward to it in your training and stuff. So, I just feel good, ready to compete and have fun. So it'll be good.
Two legendary programs. It's always been a good rivalry. How much do you guys like these duels, especially at this point in the season?
You like it a lot. It's fun. Like you get to go to, Gallagher. I was a big, big arena, a lot of fans. They're gonna boo you when you walk out, and just this is like the ones where you're growing up. You look at them, and you're like, yeah, I want to do that someday. So, it's fun and it's cool to be a part of. So, yeah, it's the same, business as usual, but you kind of have a little extra. But.
Mm-hmm. You guys faced them earlier in the season too, down at national duels. Just how does that help you just prepare for them again here at the end of the year?
It's not too much. You can kind of get caught up with that, but it's more, you take what you saw and you kind of take it with a grain of salt, and you remember it, but you can't hang on it. Like we beat them last time, but it doesn't mean it's going to be easy this time. So just keep building, do the same thing you did last time. Hopefully come away with a win again.
How do you think this season's gone for you?
I would have liked for it to go better, but it's been good. It's been a learning experience. Sometimes you ride it high and then you get hit and take a loss. So it's kind of you gotta just keep riding off the high and keep building highs, and when it doesn't go your way, you got to just get back in the saddle and get back to work. So I think it's been a lot of stuff I can learn and get better from. But I've said it before in interviews: if you're not going to win in March, it doesn't matter. So just keep building for March.
Do you think you're at that point now for March?
Yeah, I think I'm getting ready. I'm getting there. Obviously, it's February 17th,
Sure.
so I don't want to be where I want to be in March right now because
Right.
you got to peak at the right time. But you just got to believe. I think that's the biggest thing is just keep believing and keep getting better and keep trusting what I'm being told, and I'll be where I want to be in March.
Last duel of the regular season. How big is this for you guys this weekend?
It's just big that we use it kind of as momentum, going forward into the postseason. They're ranked up and down the lineup. It's a good duel, good atmosphere. But I wouldn't put too much into it. It's just another duel. It's just another match. So.
Does it have a little bit of a postseason feel though when you talk about the guys you're going to see?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we get another feel for them. Obviously, we already wrestled them once. We get to wrestle them again. Once you start to wrestle people, you get a little bit more of a feel for them. You know what they're doing. So if we see some of these guys in the postseason, I know that we'll be ready.
You're facing off with Spratley. It's like what makes him so challenging?
He does a good job of keeping good positions. He's also, he's good in all three positions as well. He's good on bottom. He's good on top. Very good on his feet. Keeps good position. It's hard to get to his legs. And even if you do get to his legs, he can scramble. So I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a very good opponent. But, if I get to my offense and my scores, the match should go the same way that the first one went. So.
How's this season gone for you?
Pretty well. I've had some bumps and bruises that have kept me out of the lineup for a couple weeks at a time, here and there. But I'm 100% healthy now, and I'm ready to go and ready to make the most out of this last run. So
I was going to say it's good. Probably feels good to be 100% healthy at this point in the year.
Yeah, I've been telling everybody. I really knock on wood. The last couple of years, I've had some stuff with my knees going on, but I've probably been the healthiest that I've been in my college career. So.
You also said multiple times this season that you've also felt like you're in the best shape that you've been in your college career. Just does that kind of tie in with feeling more healthy at this point in the year?
Absolutely. When you're not 100%, you can, it can lead to other injuries, and you don't feel like you have as much confidence in your attacks and your offense and all your other stuff, so you start to doubt yourself. But when you're healthy and you're really not worrying about those other things, you can just focus on wrestling. So.
What'd you take away from that win against Spratley back in November? Last-second heroics there, hostile environment.
It was a big win at the time. It's still kind of a win that I can build off of, knowing that I can, toe the line with those top guys and, use it kind of this weekend as confidence going back into that matchup with him. So.
Thanks, Dean.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
it.